There are two types of teams, one that applies the pressure and the other that feels the pressure. Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Love. I am Love right now. Let's get to it. Week 3 of the NFL Sundays games is finally here, and both my teams have the 4:30 slot. I will be focused, however, in this segment on the Baltimore Ravens. And since they're not going head-to-head in Week 3 as they did in Week 2, I can cheer for both teams publicly. The Ravens versus the Dallas Cowboys is going down in a matter of an hour, 2 hours tops. And the Ravens lead the all-time series 5-1 since last they played in 2020. Much has changed since the last time they matched up, so we'll see how this game goes. And Lamar Jackson is something in one against all NFC teams, so hopefully he'll keep that streak going and still be something to one after the end of this game. In this segment of Chopping It Up with Love, the focus, like I said, is on the Dallas Cowboys, some Week 3 concerns, some expectations, possible key matchups to watch out for, and who's starting as it pertains to injuries. So, entering this game at an unexpected 0-2 record, this is a must-win game for the Baltimore Ravens. It's what some may call a desperation game for Baltimore. No team has ever won a chip starting at 0-3. A team has gotten to the playoff or the Super Bowl at 0-4. Was it the Bengals that year? I'm not really sure. But either way, no team has ever won a chip starting at with an 0-3 start. Some major concerns for Baltimore are the offensive line. With the O-line still struggling, the offense cannot go. The run game cannot go. The pass game cannot go. Run blocking is struggling, which is why Henry, Hill, and Jackson, that tandem collectively, have yet to have a breakthrough game. Collectively, Lamar had a good game versus the Chiefs. Of course, we didn't win, but that's a lot to do with officiating. Either way, they have yet to have a breakthrough game collectively. The pass blocking is also struggling, as it's only seen a few positive plays over the past 2 games. Jackson has not had time to plant his feet and deliver the ball without pressure from opposing teams meeting him at the snap. That's a problem. If you don't have time to plant, now let me be honest. A few times on the last game, he did have time. Not many times, but he did have some time. I don't know how his progressions go. Maybe they weren't open. I'm not really sure. I was so into the Raiders. But anyway, so that's a problem too. And with the Cowboys being a pass-first team, a pass-happy team, the Ravens' pass defense is the lowest in the league through 2 weeks at 257 yards per game. That's crazy. And the Dallas Cowboys is a pass-happy league. So, and with all the playmakers, all the playmakers we have in our secondary, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphreys, Brandon Stevens, and Marcus Williams. I'm not sure if Nate Wiggins is playing or not, and he was injured, but that's a lot of power that we have. Like I said earlier, before the start of the season, I said that Baltimore Ravens has an embarrassment of riches in the secondary. So I thought we were going to be cool, no issues, but here we are, issues. Now, the run defense has been stout. Surprisingly, that's been on point. But the pass defense is just crazy. It's underwhelming, to say the least. So that's what's been missing, And I think that our defensive coordinator, who's new, and this will just be his 3rd game calling plays and being a defensive coordinator, Zach Orr, he has to put the playmakers in positions to make plays. Like, I'm not sure if he's using them to the best of their abilities. If I'm making any sense, like, he needs to put them in a better position. Can they just take over on their own? Can they just do that? But either way, it may take a few more games before all this comes together. Like, it took, who was our last defensive coordinator? Mike McDonald. It took him like a half a season to get it together. And then once we acquired Roquan Smith, he really got it together. So, so it may take a little longer, but we have the second or third toughest schedule in the league, and we don't really have time. The Baltimore Ravens don't have time to get it together. We have to get together. We definitely can't go 0-3, and we play the Buffalo Bills next week, so that's an issue right there, because their defense and their pass rush, Von Miller, they was flying around like Mike McDonald's defense did last year. So that's going to be an issue. We have to rectify that. I'm not. That's crazy. But hopefully, hopefully the defense can find the secondary at least can find their mojo, and the linebackers too. I don't know. Mm. I'm not a coach, so I'm just on the outside looking in, and I definitely don't do no studying, no film study. What? Please, I can't even study how to do edits, let alone film studying for a football game. But so word on the street is league execs say that the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders has given the league the blueprint to dominating Lamar Jackson in the offense and the Baltimore Ravens defense. So I guess word is out. So I guess everybody's going to implement that same plan that the Kansas City Chiefs implemented and the Las Vegas Raiders implemented during weeks 1 and 2 to defeat us. So I don't know, but something has to be done. So I'm going to watch this game very closely when it comes on. Excuse me. And special teams. I'm so sorry. I can't edit that out either, but let's go on. And special teams, namely Justin Tucker and Jordan Stout, had lackluster games in week 1 and 2. They need to get that shit together. Also, offense needs to get Tucker below the 50-yard. Below it. Oh, let me see. Well, yeah, below, because lower the 50-yard line position, since he seems to be missing all the 50-plus yarders. Like, that's his struggling point lately. So you have to get him at least 45 and lower. I don't know, but this is so unlike him to miss, But we have to get him in a better position to make the kicks, make the field goals. And Harbaugh's questionable coaching calls and his refusal to insert Ben Cleveland into the offensive line is what's got Baltimore Ravens fans and apparently a few players pissed and calling for his job. We'll discuss that at another time. But the Baltimore fans are in an uproar about John Harbaugh after every game, and this included last year and the seasons prior. The previous season, everybody is questioning him. It's like he's like I'm just gonna say stubborn because I don't really have that in my script, but he's stubborn. It's like his way or no way, and some are even saying that he's hampering Todd Monken's play calling. Like it's like he doesn't want him to succeed. I'm not sure what's going on with Harbaugh, but he needs to be up in the administrative position. I don't know, but something's going to have to give. I think this year is going to, if we finish below 5, if we don't make the playoffs, it's going to be some changes, some personnel changes as pertaining to the coaching staff, head coach as well. Because I think Harbaugh is up for contract renewal in 2025. And that's just next year. So we'll see. Don't quote me on that. And so expectations and keys to victory for the Baltimore Ravens: play Cleveland. Insert Cleveland to the offensive line and shut down and contain Micah Parsons and protect the quarterback. And did I say play Cleveland? And get the run game going. Dallas is ranked 20th at stopping the run. So insert Doug Henry, Justice Hill, and Lamar Jackson. Let's tote the rock and pound it. And shut down CeeDee Lamb. Good luck with that. Our CBs need to get takeaways and pick sixes. Woo, because Dak is going to air the ball out. That's what he does. So, and did I mention play Cleveland and protect Lamar Jackson? You have to do something with the offensive line. The last press conference I heard, John Harbaugh is not going to make any changes. They say he might, but he's. Let me stop because he doesn't get my blood boiling, and I don't even get paid. And I'm not on the team, so why would I get my panties in a bunch? So key matchups. Offensive matchups: Stanley versus Parson. Stanley and who else? And Faalele couldn't even contain Max Crosby. Now Parsons is no Max Crosby. Just let me say that he's no Max Crosby, but he's still an aggressive rusher. pass rushers. So Parson will be a problem for this Ravens offensive line. Not a Max Crosby problem, but a problem all the same, as Baltimore has struggled since week 1 with star pass rushers. And then Ronnie has been having a good season. It's not really him, it's the others. And so Flowers versus Trayvon Diggs. Diggs returned after missing an entire season pretty much due to an injury. And he stepped back into his role as a ball hawk in this game against the Ravens. Hopefully he won't have a breakout game. Hopefully he's still nursing his injury and he's a little timid. And who else is going to be a matchup? Humphreys versus CeeDee Lamb. Keeping Lamb in check is a must for Baltimore Ravens to get this win. Humphreys will have his share of targets rolling with CeeDee Lamb. I did notice the first half of the Raiders game, Humphreys was on Adams because they were chippy with each other going back and forth. The second half, B. Steve was on Devontae Adams, and that's when Devontae Adams broke out and was just running the ball. I mean, not running the ball. He was just doing his thing, making plays. So we'll see how that matchup goes. And Trenton Simpson versus tight end Ferguson. The Pro Bowler is fast, agile, and will surely be a problem up in the middle. But Simpson is fast and agile as well, and he's all over the place. So we'll see how that matchup goes. I'm going to look for Simpson and Ferguson and see what happens with them. That's pretty much all I have with the Baltimore Ravens. Surprisingly, this week, it was much easier. It's not a surprise. It was so much easier finding content for the Las Vegas Raiders than it was for the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm in Baltimore. And I think that's because the Las Vegas Raiders beat the Baltimore Ravens and nobody was expecting them to. So they were all over the media this week. They were media darlings this week. So shout out to my Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sorry, Baltimore Ravens. I know it's still sore, but hey. But the Baltimore Ravens have to get this win this week, today. It is essential, and hopefully we'll come out with no major injuries or no injuries at all, no tweaks or anything, but we definitely have to play Baltimore Ravens football, smash mouth football. And I do remember during the offseason, during training camp, Zach Orr said we're going to be what did he say about the defense? We're going to be a hard-hitting, violent defense, hard-hitting, but it's none of that. It's no violence. It's nothing. Like, it's just milquetoast. It's a milquetoast defense. So I'm not sure. But either way, that's that on that. And the game will start in approximately 1 hour. So an hour and a half. So I have to get to it. But yeah, Flowers and Diggs. That's going to be a good matchup too. So we also got to watch out for how they're going to use Andrews and likely if it's going to be a 2 tight end set or not. Lamar, of course. Bateman had that terrible interception. Of course, they went on Lamar, but it was clearly on Bateman. Jacorian Bennett and Spillane, they tag teamed him and got the ball. Bennett forced the fumble. Spillane caught the fumble. So yeah, that was a massive play, game changer for the Las Vegas Raiders. And who else? Let me see. Hopefully Kyle Hamilton is doing okay. He's been all in the media this week too. I watched him on some show. He didn't talk about his injuries or how he's been playing. He was just talking about his roots, his native roots, as it pertains to his Korean and Black heritage. But either way, so that's that on the Baltimore Ravens. Let's hope we get this win. We cannot come out of here 0-3. 1-3 will make us feel a little bit better. But and not only make us feel better, it'll be, if it's a dominant win, it'll really make us feel better. But if it's a bit squeaking it out win, a win is a win no matter how you get it. But for the fans, a dominant win will be perfect. So I guess Lamar has to put on his Superman cape and put the team on his little fragile back again. Yep. But peace, y'all.